So it's been a week using this Pixel 5a, and I just wanted to test it out. I saw this phone on avantika.com, and and thought this would be a good idea to see if this phone holds up to the 2025 or not. And considering all the budget phones we have currently, like under 20k, they are really good. Like if you consider Moto and all that, some of them are really good for the price that they're getting. But I was curious to see how would a Pixel look, and yeah, so I just thought I'll pick this up. So here it is, and for the past week I haven't really faced much issues except a few which I'll mention at the last of my video. There are some issues here and there, but most of it is really good. I haven't had complaints, honestly. Especially the UI. I love Pixel UI. Like there's no denying it. I've been using the Samsung one for over 2 years now, but yeah, this UI never gets old. So yeah, stock Android is for me. That's for sure. But yeah, Samsung UI does have some extra features which this lacks. So let's go over the things that I have in mind currently. So right now, first and foremost, the 60 hertz display in this phone. So before I was going to try this out daily, so I was thinking that how is the 60 hertz gonna feel, because I've used a few 60 hertz phone, previously it used to be fine, like all the phones were 60 hertz, but now after using 120 hertz it feels choppy, as my eye registers a lot of more that it used to back in the days. It's weird, but that's how once you get used to the high refresh rate, you can never go back. So that's the saying. But I've been quite surprised, honestly. I've been using I was using this this phone for a week. I did notice the 60 hertz, but it wasn't that of a deal breaker, because the animations in this phone are so fluid. My god, it's not as smooth as a 120 hertz, and I do think these animations will look a lot smoother if you have a phone with 120 hertz with same other Google Pixels, the newer ones. So they will look a lot better, obviously. But this one is not shabby either. It's pretty good up there with the top. And as we all know, the Google camera, yeah, this one. So it's great, honestly. There are some occasionally I saw the default one, when I click photos, it usually over brightens the image, which causes it to have some artifacts. I'm not sure the current Pixels do that, but I did notice with this one. So whenever I try to click photo, I just go into the settings and just drop the exposure, like this photo here. I click on over here, I go to the brightness and just little bit, and then I click the photo, and that fixes it for me. So yeah, this is great. So yep. And the video is not that good, honestly. I would never use it for video, but the photos are really amazing, and photos from the wide angle and the main sensor both come out really good, so no complaints on that matter. So the most amazing part that I found about this phone was the battery life. Coming from S23, I used to charge my phone daily after the around 9 to 10 p.m. mark every day, non-stop. So I have to do it or else the phone will die. But this phone, even being 3 years old, I'm not sure how the old user of this phone used or bought this phone. But so if I check the battery health which is left, let me show you. The battery health shows here as 84% left. So considering that, it still gives me over a day battery life. It will still perform, if I charge it this morning, around 10 a.m. So this will last me. The speakers on this device are good, I would say. It's not that amazing, but it's pretty good still. We have a stereo setup, one at the earpiece and one at the bottom. Let me just show you a sound sample, even though I am not sure how good it will sound on my camera's inbuilt mic. So that was a quick sample. I'm not really sure if you can understand that in from the inbuilt mic, but the speakers sound really good. If I compare it to my other phone, which is the S23, which has like exceptionally good speakers, so I would say like it's definitely a downgrade from that, but still it will outperform many phones like under the budget. Like if you compare it to like 20 to 25k phones, like it will definitely come out on top. The content consumption on this phone is really amazing because the display over here is really good and vibrant, so you will never have any complaints for the display, honestly. Like it's up there, even though the brightness is not that high compared to the latest flagships that you might get, which have around like 2000 nits or something. So those have an insane amount of brightness, but this one will get the job done. It's not that bright, but it's not bad either. So this particular model that I ordered had 120 gigs as a storage, and I think this has a 6 gigs of RAM and a Snapdragon 865. There's one thing I noticed with this device. It might be specific to the one I have, this particular device, is that the fingerprint sensor. So it usually works. When it works fine, but right now, as you can see, if I want to turn this on, my hand's a little bit wet, not that much, but so if I try to on, so you see now this is working, but sometimes what it does, it won't recognize my finger, and this is weird. So it doesn't usually do that, but yeah, strange. It just wasn't it won't register my fingerprint. Yeah, weird. So that's the issue that I saw, except that everything is fine. Might be because this model is old, so something might be going wrong. So this phone I ordered it from Avantika. I got it for 16k, and it was on superb condition. So from the condition of the phone, there are no scratches on the display that I can find. Like right now you see a lot of smudges, but there is no scratch like that you can physically see. The damage and like the wear and tear that you can see is in the back, because back is made of plastic. In some lighting conditions you will see a pattern, very light pattern that is not visible normally. So that pattern is from maybe a previous owner using a case, so something like that, but it doesn't really show up. Like when you put it into a bright light and on some lighting conditions you might see it, but or else it won't be visible. By the way, this is a green color phone. The color is pretty good actually. Like the phone feels a lot better honestly than for the price that I got it for. So if you guys liking the content, please like and subscribe, and also if you would like me to do any other review of like 3 to 4 year old, please drop a comment down below. I'll try to get my hands on that, and I'll definitely do a daily day on a life or maybe a week using that phone and update you guys with a video.